Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. In today's episode, it is New Year's Eve, so what we're going to be looking at today is playing a list all built around fireworks. So what I've done here, I've got a couple of different things that I've worked out, and it starts with explosions and fire. So, we've got Zaxxakar as the captain, not because I was hoping to play another Zaxxis, but because we've got mines. So we've got mines that explode. I'm still really happy with our Christmas paint job, so that's going to be on the list for this one as well. We've got Florio Lancer to send his big explosions across the battlefield. We've got Aegys Sentinel, so again like a big cone-shaped fire explosion we've got going on there. We've got Detonia, so launching little fire grenades at people. We've got Rickety Backfire, who's basically a firework himself, just blows himself up for a bit of celebration here. And on the same note, we have got Axl Pyro, so again flaming people in an area. Now one thing we haven't done yet is we haven't chosen our aura skin, so I've been wanting to look at these and see which of these looks the most like a firework for this, say for this clip. And honestly, I think the explosion on the legendary, on this one, on the Moonfall, looks the most firework-esque. And the reason we've looked at that before looking at the rest of our units is to complete the list. We're lacking slightly in explosions, but what we have got is 3 legendary characters. So we've got Maximus, Broken Vengeance, and Crankbait, who are all at legendary rarity. And for anyone wondering, I didn't actually upgrade these, I didn't do it for the video, I've not upgraded a single unit to legendary using sparks. These are ones I pulled using the old booster box system. So these are, they're not selected. I didn't just pick Maximus and think, oh, I want to play that in every list, I want to go ahead and do that. There is video evidence I did open it in a booster. So I'm going to be jumping into games with this. It's hopefully just going to be a bit of fun and enjoy ourselves for New Year's. If you like these videos and you like the sort of content we've had on the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm hoping to have a really good 2023. I'm going to be putting together as much sort of development for the channel as I can. I'm looking forward to sharing it all with you guys. So I hope you have a great new year, and I'll see you once we get back into the game. Okay, we've found ourselves a game. We're going to jump into it and see how many explosions we can put forward into this. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to do an explosion counter, but I feel like that might not work out too well. Okay, so we've got our first opponent. It's another Zax. I'm not sure if I recognise that paint job or not. Oh, one of the other conditions I said for myself that I was going to first of all take orbital bombardment if it came up. I haven't seen it here at all. So what I am actually going to take is vortex to bring people together for more explosions, or disruptor to make it look like there are more explosions. So to sort of explode things away from each other. I think I'm going to take disruptor here because it is just the most explosive, I guess. We're against Zolo, a level 0 count. So they have actually gone and spent the time painting their model before even going ahead and jumping into much PvP. Absolutely the right way to do it. Yeah, you can do it however you want, to be honest, but I think that's a fun way of doing things. So we've got our Maximus. Deploy him nice and safe over here. Gives us as many different angles as we can get. Again, nothing painted here, but he does have the legendary rarity, so if something does go boom, Maximus is going to do a good job of it. I also like that we get these glowing rarity symbols as sort of like experience symbols here. We're getting closer to getting them with other units, so Zax has got a little bit going on. Maximus is, like most people, the highest I've got in the game. Okay, so I've got no good angle here, so all I'm going to do is just move upwards, and let's just go straight for a Rickety Backfire over here. If they haven't played anything, it inclines me to sort of move this way and just try and be quite aggressive, especially with Disruptor and Recall, because it means next turn if we need to, if we don't want to play either of these, we could actually just recall Maximus and place him back again, or we could even just recall him, play Axl Pyro down and not worry about that either. Funnily enough, I actually think this model looks better here than it does zoomed in, which I've never noticed before, like just looking at the fire down the bottom. Oh, they've done a colour scheme. That's really cool. Zolo, that's a great choice. I've not got around to doing a full team colour scheme yet, but I do think it's something I want to consider at some point. We've just got to see where they go to next. Okay, so they are going to move away a bit. I need to see if I can get Rickety Backfire in range. Although, actually, I can probably just push both of these forward slightly and just Rickety into them. And that would be a pretty solid start. Especially then we could just recall Rickety and play him again. Oh, second win. If they play a third unit in range here, like for instance, if they play one, like over here, here's a slightly better for us.
Here's an idea.
Okay, so that's their stitching.
What's the hurry?
So the question is, can I get in range of both these units? I don't think I'll be able to. But I need to find out quite quickly, because that was going to be my entire game plan. So chances are I'm probably just going to send Rickety in to explode. And just maybe chip some damage off of things. Axl Pyro is the one I really want to kill here. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get into range using that alone.
Want me?
So I think we're going to have to just use our disruptor. I don't think we can get a good disruptor in this direction without... Actually, this could work. Let's go with this. Because I think this actually still puts them in range so we can hit both of the explosion radius. Yeah, excellent. So we'll come over here. We are going to go straight for Axl Pyro in this case, just to try and guarantee we kill a unit. And we get the yeah, we do get the explosion. That's perfect. So we're going to pop over here. Get our shots off with Maximus. Ooh, got a crit as well. So we can't get a good line of sight over this way, so we just go over here. Take that shot. I actually think I'm just going to medical recall Rickety there. And play out... Let's go Axl Pyro. Let's place Axl about here. We should be able to get into range of most things next turn. It does mean Rickety's... Oh, this could be invuln. Is it Nano Shield here? No, they're going second, so they can't have Nano Shield yet. Ion Storm. Okay. Well, that's good for us because Axl Pyro doesn't do anything. Lifeline here only really saves 2, so that's also good for us. What's their 3 drop? That looks like it could be a Crankbait just from the size of it, and it's 3 Cinder. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, well done Zerlo for the colour scheme. I really like seeing people put that much effort into it, putting it all together. Now, this could actually be a really nice turn for Axl Pyro, especially because we can just play down Crankbait or Rickety or something else as well. And looking at the units they've played, actually, they don't even have enough damage to potentially kill Rickety if we place it out. Excuse me, I just seem to have picked up hiccups here. Ooh, that might end up being painful, because I think we might be able to get all 3 of these with an Axl Pyro shot. So if we go to, say, here... Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Can we get all 3 of them and get some distance? That's saying that we're getting Crankbait. I don't think I agree that that's the case, but I will take it. So that means we only need to get 2 damage. Oh no, a couple more damage here and there. So we'll just keep pushing for it. We did get that. If we get lucky and get both of these, we're in a great spot. Because it just kills Stitchy. Oh wow, we do actually kill Stitchy. So now we're just going to place Rickety down over here. Although Rickety can just go behind again, but... Yeah, let's place Rickety a little bit safer, and let's go with a mine. So there is Axe as well, they can pull us into the mine, but we want to make it as difficult for them as possible. Oh, we've actually stuck Maximus in between these 2. Oops. Yeah, it happens. Got that explosion going off, got the burns, got our little Christmas puddings. I'm still happy with those. So let's see what we can do with these. They could every chance just pull it into this. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can nearly kill something. They could actually probably kill Maximus if they can pull this well enough. What's this going to be? It feels like a... It looks like a Jailbreak or a Beatrice. I'm trying to think what... Because there's nothing that big. Maybe it's a turret. Turrets would be a good call here for the opponent. Yeah, there we go. So I can see why they're going for that, because they're trying to avoid all of this going around. But next turn, we're going to just try and kill their captain. We're going to try and blow them up, ready for New Year. Oh yeah, so basically the advantage of us blocking ourselves in is that we've also blocked ourselves from that as well. So we are going to take this damage. It's not ideal, but we should now be able to get multiple explosions to finish off. There we go, first explosion down.
Hi-ho, slopper away!
Hi-ho, slopper away. Second explosion. Do you know what, I think I kind of want to finish it with Maximus to get the big finale explosion, because that gives us the animation as well. So let's try not to crit here. Oh, we didn't do that. Okay, so we can do it. We're just going to flame her back here, get all of our value out. And make sure we get no minus to hit on this. We're right in here. Let's get a different angle and see the big finish. So get the fireworks ready. Here comes Maximus. And there we go. That was a bit of a delayed explosion reaction there, but we got it at least. Awesome. There we go. So that's our first game down. We did manage to do all the explosions that we wanted to. We've blown up plenty of things. I didn't keep track of it, like I said. It would have been fun to do, but I think that would be a lot of time spent on that for not much particular benefit. But let's go one more time and see what we can do with this. Hopefully we'll be able to get 3 games in and we'll be able to just keep celebrating New Year. We've got another opponent already, so maybe it's the same one. And we can just keep making things go boom. So hopefully you guys are all having have had a great 2022, the best you can be given everything in the world that's going on. Hopefully the best part of it was just coming here and enjoying Moonbreaker with all of us. Ooh, we've got another paint job. So this is a different opponent. Orbital and Vortex. This is our big firework play. Let's have a look at our opponent's skin, or paint job. I love the toxic slime. The metallic discs look quite nice as well. So this person's at least level, I think it's 5 on the season track. Got a little bit of the grey fur going on. Nice. I like that. We're against Albus de Slubus. I don't know what that really says. It feels like it's sort of like a Dumbledore-y reference maybe, but not really quite sure. Hopefully we can get this hit. That would be nice. No. So where can they move? Lots of different places. Do we have somewhere safe to place Max? Not particularly, so it'll have to just be back here. I believe round here should be relatively safe. So I don't think they can get all the way round enough to this angle here, so this should be fine. Yep, that's going to be there, Maximus. They take their 50-50. Okay, we're both missing, that's fine. And then they're going to hide. Perfect. So because we can't get any angles here at all, I'm trying to figure out what we do. Because obviously defending and going for something like a bigger later on could actually be a lot more impactful, especially seeing as we're going to hit 5 Cinder first. So I think we're just going to hide now, and we're just going to go for Florio. Also, I was looking recently at some of the lore on the unit, seeing if there's any little tidbits I can find out. I think there's a good chance that this ore, this purple glowing thing, who knows, maybe that's the thing that Beatrice is on. Oh, please place it in Pillar Prison. Pillar Prison. Do it. Just back here. Oh. Okay, they nearly placed themselves. So if you place yourself just in this corner, you can't actually move out. Your service. Okay, so can we pull Maximus anywhere into line of sight? This might just do it. So let's try and do this. Because that's slightly blocked, but this we can get a good angle on. So let's go for this. Got both of those. Is there no angle here at all? Oh, that's brutal. I thought we'd have almost a guaranteed angle somewhere. I thought we'd be able to squeeze one through there. Okay, so let's go with about here then. I think we still go for Florio, but the thing with here is that Florio's range actually now matters. So I'm going to place Florio over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to cover this whole bridge area. Because what I want to do is keep them away from Florio. Their Zax can't really move forward. Taria's going to have to move forward because she doesn't do anything there. And I think this just gives us a lot of zoning potential. So this could be a Disruptor or a Vortex from them. I don't mind whatever it is. We're obviously not going to hit anything with the Orbital, but this gives us the ability to start chasing things up. Got more bit of bling going on over here. Okay, so they're going to try and go for Florio, it looks like. I think that's the right call. So this defensive play here doesn't do much because we can still just send an explosion over here. But if we can get a good line of sight through this little gap here, maybe we don't need to. There's a lot of interesting things about this because now we've got the Florio first. We've got that little bit of extra pressure. Maybe we can get some range onto Taria. If they go for this 1 damage shot in return for us doing 2 back to them, I think that's this is not an ideal opportunity for our opponent. There's every chance that we can take out Taria, which is a much more hard to kill unit than some of these others. Go on. Okay, so with Esli coming out here, we're fine with this not hitting anything. We knew that would be the case. If we can just get this hit through here, this puts us in so much of a better spot. There we go. Because now we can bombard this.
fully loaded.
which so it doesn't seem like it's that good of a use of our Cinder. However, it basically is just trading 4 Cinder for one of their full units. Okay, and our opponents conceded there. I think we were going to be able to start chipping things down. They knew that either this or Maximus were dead next turn. We were hopefully going to be able to avoid needing to do anything about Blindside or Esley. I think at that point we were probably able to just, once per turn take a unit out of the game, because 2 of their units were sort of guaranteed dead at a cost of 4 Cinder. So obviously that slows us down developing the board, but if we ever get a turn where we don't need to use the Cinder, we can just keep developing while keeping that additional pressure on the opponent. So I'm comfortable to say that game was probably heading in our favour. There was a lot of things they could do to change it, but I don't think it was... I think it was in our favour, but not guaranteed, is what I was trying to say. So we did manage to blow a few things up. We got Ataria to blow up, which is always nice. Potentially more things in the future. So let's jump into another game and see what we can find. So, we got one straight away. That was a strangely excited reaction from me there, but let's jump into this, see what sort of opponent we get straight away. Okay, is it going to be the same person? This is us with our candy cane saddle versus... Oh dear, I know who this is. This is Bad Funyaripa. You can never pronounce the name, but Corrosive Vortex is good for us here. It gives a one-time little boost and a Vortex to help it out. But yeah, they're over here. I recognise this work in progress skin anywhere. This version looks a lot more bloodied up than the last version, or redded up. I think they're just eating loads of tomatoes. This is what these are, little tomatoey fruits. Okay, yeah, it's exactly who I thought it was. A significantly higher level than me, but let's give it a shot, see what we can do. Getting our first hit helps. So let's put Maximus down over here. I mean, here's the thing, right? It's an Astra, so I actually don't hate just deploying so far forward that basically this here was just blocked in terms of line of sight. Astra can only deal 1 to us anyway, so even any Cinder Orb that they place now... Wow, that crit was nice. And a Plink. Yeah, if they place a Cinder Orb down, there's a good chance we can either shoot it or steal it. Maybe not if they place it over here, that would be just out of reach, I think. But we can get a good bit of pressure in that direction at least. And we took a battery pack here from Subnautica as our Plink damage. Okay, so that's going to be the orb. It's unlikely Max can get a line of sight onto it, so we're probably just going to have to hit them. Okay, they're just going to deploy their Maximus instead, I assume. Yeah, exactly what's going on. So, do we have no good line of sight onto Maximus, so let's just plink a bit of damage onto Astra. Get it, Plink, because they have Plink, and we'll just hide here, because Maximus shouldn't be able to get an easy line of sight onto us. A bit of damage over here. Now the interesting thing here is I'd normally want to play Rickety, but I don't feel like we're going to actually be able to do anything to Rickety, with Rickety, because they've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, they've only got 4 damage, I suppose, but they're going to have second wind, so they can haste something. I think we're passing the turn here and just saving our Cinder for next turn. Also, having access to these is quite nice. A Detonia maybe could have done well here, actually, but I think it's more important just to try and... We've got 2 crits on us so far. Okay, so this turn is nice because we've got our Vortex coming in. So this means that Maximus is going to be a lot harder for them to keep safe. They've got 4 Cinder though, so they can just deploy straight into our face, probably with a shrapnel. There may even be a world here where they can just break our movement options here. 2 crits changes a lot because 15 to 14 doesn't seem like much, but they've got 4 Cinder to develop out here. And we're taking additional damage every turn thanks to Plink. So let's see if our explosions will be enough. It might be that we need to just turn tact and just go entirely onto the opponent. If we could find a way of vortexing these close enough to get our corrosive particles on, that would be nice, but again, we don't really have any instant pressure here. It could be that we need to just play Axl Pyro and Rickety, which means we should have done it last turn, but there wasn't really that safe an option. Okay, is this going to be a... I was going to say Beatrice, but... Oh, it's just... Oh wow, they're just going to haste out Deadeye. Okay. Interesting. So the question is, do we just go face in response? I think we might do.
That's making the
okay, missing that is brutal. That makes up for a small amount of it.
Make this look pretty.
think now we actually have to fully start hiding, so we're going to use our vortex to pull ourselves back here a little. Yeah, let's just get safe.
Hit it.
And deploy ourselves out a Florio Lancer. There we go.
We've arrived.
I think we're just going to try and play the nuke them from a distance game. We're behind on board. We're probably going to lose our Maximus here because Astra can just run over, hit us, lose our Max. So we're just going to need to try and play the game from a distance. Funnily enough, having corrosive doesn't change this quite enough to make it so that a few turns of this work completely. They do need to get Astra over here and get the damage in. Okay, are they just going to shoot their Frosty Maximus, sort of glowy frost? Oh, they're just going to get Astra to get double movement. Interesting, and then deploy more aggressively, I assume? I mean, this actually speeds up our clock by quite a margin, depending on what they play here. So they're going to have 7 Cinder at stands next turn. Depending on what they play. I'm curious as to how well we can turn this around, because those stands Maximus can't get into range. So we need to see how quickly we can take down their Astra. Maybe if we can hit both of these, that would be good for us as well, with a bombard. Interesting. Okay, well that's just going to kill us otherwise. So we've not had any blink targets here, but with only 6 Cinder though, so the best thing probably gets like a shrapnel. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's potentially enough damage here to deal with us.
Gotta give me some hot beard tips, Slops.
But what if we did... I mean, this could get us a kill next turn if we stay safe slightly. And if we hide the 1 additional damage, maybe? And just send more things that are... Like, send like a Broken Vengeance forward, because he's pretty tough. Okay, if we hit this, we go for it. We missed. Okay, so that...
Yo.
It's kind of difficult here. I think we have to bombard this. And just... I don't know how we deal with this at all. Because they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus at least 2 haste, I imagine. So can we... Oh, we spent all our Cinder. What an idiot. Of course we can't play Broken Vengeance. I've spent all my Cinder.
What is time, really?
Yeah, that was a terrible mistake. I guess we just have to hide.
Party favor?
My brain for a moment forgot that Florio took Cinder. So if they go aggressively here, they could. If this is, oh no, they could have Tali. Tali just kills us here, I think. Yeah, Tali just kills us. I completely forgot about Tali as an option. Yeah, that miss was awkward anyway, but I misplayed that hugely. I should have just gone to kill this, because I could have done enough damage with both of these to kill Estley and stayed alive another turn. Yeah, so that was a pretty big error on my part there. We were the firework this time. Do you know what? Given that this is someone that I have a lot of conversations with, I have a lot of jokes with, I am more than happy to end the video on a loss to someone who is a good player. They played well, they chased me down, they battered me into a pulp. And I think that's a pretty good place to stop it there. I just want to say, again, I know I said a lot of things over Christmas and holiday season, that sort of thing, but thank you to every single one of you. I hope you have a great 2023. It's been fun to just watch things explode for a bit of a new year. I'm going to be having, a nice time with some family coming over for our new year as well. Hopefully you have a chance to either spend some time with family or friends, or even just relax on your own. Just make a nice time of it regardless, or even just get an early night if that's what you feel like. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Again, as always, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. Happy New Year to you all, like the video, and most importantly, have a good day.